let's start today. Next NCERT exercise question number 18. We are going to do now question number 18. In the question number 18 A part, they are asking you cyclohexanone form cyanohydrin. Cyclohexanone means, yes, this is your cyclohexanone. What is it? Cyclohexanone. They are saying easily form cyanohydrin means when you are giving its reaction with HCl, it can easily give cyanohydrin. Okay, but the thing is this one. Okay, when you are writing there 2,2,6 trimethyl hexanone 2,2 3 4 5 6 hexanone with the HCl there is no reaction. The reason is very simple behind it. In this case, we see how many CH3 is there. There are 3 CH3 is here. How many CH3 is there? Yeah, 3 methyl group is present over there, and which will produce a steric hindrance. What they will produce? And these is the alpha carbon. This is the alpha carbon. They are present at the alpha position. I mean, they are producing the steric hindrance, but around this double bond O, there is no steric hindrance. There is no steric hindrance means rush. No rush is there. That is why a nucleophile attack is difficult in this case. It's very easy in this case. Clear? After that, we are having a question number 2. You see all of you. Question number 18, second part. Into that they told there are 2 NH2 group in semicarbazide, but only one is involved in semicarbazones. You see formula of semicarbazide: NH2, then CO, NH, NH2. Okay, then after that you see when we are doing the resonance, what is going to happening over there? This pair can come there and this pair will come over there. So this one will form NH2 positive, double bond C, O negative, NH, NH2. Clear? Now then after that you can see we can make one more resonating structure. Okay, into that what is going to happening over there? This pair can go there and this pair can come over there. Then what will be the product over there? You must see all of you. NH2 pair will come here again, then C, O negative, double bond, NH positive, NH2. Is that right, Veda? Oh, like this way only it will form. Now you see there, when we have done like this way, but this NH2 is not involved any type of resonance. Am I right? Only and only this NH2 is involved in the resonance, and this NH2 is involved in the resonance due to that you see it contains positive charge also, means the electron density decreases from it, so that is why it cannot act as a nucleophile. Okay, this NH2 cannot act as a nucleophile, but this NH2 is not involved any type of resonance. Its lone pair will remain as it is, so it will act as a nucleophile. Clear? After that, but we are having a third part. Third part of this question is here, that you please see all of you. Third part of this question: during the preparation of ester, carboxylic acids and alcohol in the presence of an acid catalyst, water or the ester should be removed as soon as it is formed. Beta ji, whenever we are making the esters, we are using alcohol, carboxylic acid and the alcohol in the presence of H positive. Then what we are getting? RCOR NH2. Now what they told there, we know very well that this is a reversible reaction. This is a reversible reaction, beta. Now what will happen there? To shift the equilibrium. ओके, रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन है. अगर हमने इक्विलिब्रियम को फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन में वो करना है सप्लाई, ओके, देन वाटर or the ester should be removed as early as possible. Better, because if their concentration of the product will increase, the reaction will move in a backward direction. Clear? Are you getting my point? It's a reversible reaction. We have to shift the reaction equilibrium in the forward direction. Okay, because if we have to shift the reaction in the forward direction, then concentration of the product should be low. Okay, so that is why when the esters and the water is forming, as soon as we can remove from the reaction. Now student, we are having a question number 19. You see please, question number 19. They told you organic compound is here. One is carbon, another one is hydrogen and the oxygen. Clear? They have given you percentage. Percentage of carbon is 69.7 and hydrogen is 11.63. Oxygen, what is the remaining 100 में से ये दोनों माइनस कर दो, क्या आ जाएगी? 18.63. Clear? Now they told you molecular mass of the compound they have given to you. बेटा सबसे पहले हमने क्या बनाना है? मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला. Atomic mass of carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 16. In the plus one class also we have done, we have to find out the ratio means moles. तो यहाँ पर क्या आएगा? 69.7 by 12, 9.7 by 12, 11.63 by 1, then 18.63 by 16. 69.7 is coming 5.88. Okay, and this one is remaining same 11.63. Then this one is coming 1.16. Clear? This is their answer. Now after that, in the next column, what was the next column over there? In the next column we have to see the smallest one. Which is the smallest one? Yes, see there, 1.16 is the smallest. So we can divide. This is the column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4. Now I am making there column number 5. In a column number 5, what to do there? Smallest one, 1.16. So divide 5.88 by 1.16. Same way, 11.63 by 11.63 by 1.16, then 1.16 by 1.16. Is that clear? Now when we are dividing these all, okay, when we are dividing these all, what we are getting over there, beta? Okay, we are getting like that. Here is 5, column number 6, 5, here 10 and here 1. Then empirical formula will be C5, okay, H10O1. This is the empirical formula, beta. This is what? This is the empirical formula C5H10O1. Clear? After finding out the empirical formula, one thing we are knowing very well, molecular formula is always equal to N into empirical formula. Okay, then N will be equal to molecular formula mass upon empirical formula mass. But the molecular mass they have given to us. Molecular mass is 86. Then empirical formula mass is या व्हाट इज द एम्पिरिकल फार्मूला मास? एम्पिरिकल फार्मूला मास इज 86। ये कैसे है बताया ना आपको, क्या था हमारे पास C5H10O, तो 60 प्लस 10 प्लस 16, 86/86 कितना आ गया हमारे पास 1, ठीक है। देन मॉलिक्यूलर फार्मूला विल रिमेन C5H10O, दिस इज कमिंग। Okay student, after finding out this molecular formula, now what they are asking you after that, they are asking you now what the reactant formula we are forming. It will not reduce Tollens reagent but forms addition product with the sodium hydrogen NaHSO3 and gives positive iodoform test. But so it's clear that it is a ketone. It is a ketone. On vigorous oxidation, it will give ethanoic and the propanoic acid. Okay, write down the structure of the compound. Write down the structure of the compound. देखो, on vigorous oxidation, it will give, they told you, ethanoic acid, CH3, COOH, and propanoic acid, CH3, CH2COOH. It means what will be the reactant now? You see please. When we will do the oxidation, what will be the reactant? हाँ अब सोचो बेटा यहाँ से, they have given you hint. अब एक बात बताए हमें कि aldehyde is not there. Surely it should be ketone, and surely there will be CH3C double bond O, because they told you कि it is giving a iodoform test. What it can give? Yeah, it can give a iodoform test. Students, are you getting my point? Count the number of carbon. 2, total 5 carbon is there. So here also should be 5 carbon. CH3CO, then CH2, CH3. Is that clear? And during the oxidation, what you will get? This one and this one we are getting over there. Clear? I am starting just from the ending. Okay. Then after that, student, they also told you that it is also giving a iodoform test. What it is giving? Iodoform test. So you can give its reaction with the 3I2 and 4NaOH. It can easily give the iodoform test. It will form CHI3 and plus rest of the product you can write, and which will have a yellow PBDs. Am I right beta? और ठीक है, इसके बाद उन्होंने बोला कि इट इज़ गिविंग द रिएक्शन विद द NaHSO3. आई थिंक यू नो वेरी वेल. Na will be positive, HSO3 will be negative. On the C positive and the O is negative. Then what will be the product over there beta? Okay, you must see all of you. What will be the product over there in this case? Okay, then the product will be CH3. Okay, then what will be the product over there? CH3 is a, then CH2, CH3. Okay, then C के ऊपर कौन सा चार्ज है? पॉजिटिव है. What charge is there? Positive charge. Then there will be SO3H, and here it is Na. Clear? After that there is a rearrangement. What is it? There is a rearrangement. Okay, and when you will do the rearrangement, I think you know very well, but what usually we are doing in the rearrangement between H and G, there will be the OH, and here it is SO3Na. और समझ आई मेरी बात बेटा? क्लियर? दिस इज अ सोडियम सल्फाइड प्रोडक्ट वी आर गेटिंग ओवर देयर. Okay, after that we are having a last question number 20 of the NCERT. What they told you, although phenoxide ion has number of resonating structure. Phenoxide ion means, yes, number of resonating structure than the carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion is RCOO, and we have made its resonating like this. This negative charge can be any of the oxygen. Mean they are saying this phenoxide ion has a more number of resonating structure. This is less number of resonating structure. Okay, but then also carboxylic acid, this is a, then also what they told, this is a stronger acid and this is a weaker acid. What is the reason behind it? But the reason is very simple. In the phenoxide ion there is only one oxygen. In the carboxylate anion there is two oxygen. There is two electronegative oxygen is here. Am I right? And negative charge can rotate on these. Means the negative charge. Therefore, negative charge can rotate on the carboxylate ion of the negative charge. More dispersion of the negative charge will be there. So that is why this carboxylate anion will become more stable as compared to the phenate ion. So release of H positive will become more easier from the carboxylic acid as compared to the phenol. Clear, students? With that, student, we have completed all the NCERT exercise questions. Thank you very much to all.